exciting! So we are making comets. Do you want to have a go at making one? Okay, so a comet looks a little bit like this. This is what you're seeing on here. This is a real comet. And comets are what we call giant dirty snowballs. Okay, so they're made of lots of ice, and then inside them there's some rock and dust and grit and stuff like that. Now, what do you think might happen to a big ball of ice if it gets close to the sun? It will cut, yeah, it will melt, exactly right. It will get really, really hot, it will melt. But in space you can't have water because it's a vacuum. So instead of melting to liquid, what it does is it turns into a big gas tail here, and we also get a dust tail up here as well. So we thought you guys could have a go at making your own today. So what you're going to need is a lollipop stick each. You are going to need a gas tail in whatever colour you like. You're going to need about 4 or 5 bits of tissue paper, and you're going to need some model air as well.
Dr. Tamela carries us Savannah around.
So in space, there's no up or down, right? So we think down is this way. If you were in space, down could be that way or that way. And everything is a little bit different. It's very easy to lose your sense of balance and your orientation. And your window might be on the floor. And you might be looking at Earth as you're orbiting around it. And you notice as you look around, we've got lots of different buttons and panels. People can do experiments in here. And we have all of these sort of blue handles here. So what do you think those are for? Imagine you're floating in space. You have to hold on, exactly. Yeah, and sometimes you have to put your feet under, put your toes under there so that you don't float away. So you can hold on and do your experiments and stay in one place. You can see it's not very big. It's kind of about the size of a telephone box. Okay, but when astronauts sleep, they don't need a lot of room. They don't need a bed to lie down in. They just kind of strap themselves to the wall and they just float there. They don't need a pillow or blankets or anything. They just float there. And sometimes if they don't put their arms strapped down, their arms actually float up and they're a bit like a zombie. So in here, we've got a sleeping compartment, and then you can see pictures on the wall to remind themselves of their family back home. And they might have a bit of reading for the afternoon for the evening. Who knows about Tim Peake, right? First official British astronaut. Helen Sharman was the first British person in space, though, and this is her real launch caddy.
Dr. Tamela took us to learn about what's on space.
Okay, you have caught me slightly in a way because I haven't mixed them up yet.
You haven't mixed them up yet? Okay, close your eyes.
What I'd like you to do is
he's going to
shut your eyes for me. I'm just going to mix them up. Okay?
You'll have to guess which ones come from space. There's no yet.
Alright, go for it. Okay, so we have here, we've got all these different rocks. We've got 6 different rocks from space in here. Now, your job is to use this magnifying glass and this magnet, try and pick out which ones are from space. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
That one?
So
What do you think?
when they come through our atmosphere, they tend to get really hot, right? They're pushing through, flying through all of the gas and the dust in our atmosphere, and they're burning up. They actually become little fireballs, and we see them as shooting stars or meteors, really.
Yeah.
And rocks that land on Earth from space tend to be a bit melted. They look a little bit like they've been burnt.
So they look burnt and melted.
So that gives you a hint,
melted outside, a bit of a blackened outside. So that might give you a bit of a hint for sort of melted black rocks.
How do you think we did?
You've got 5 out of 6. That is really good going. The only one that isn't. Have you guys played a video game called Minecraft?
Oh yes, I got on my iPad.
You've got that on your iPad?
Oh my.
Okay, so this, you may recognise from Minecraft, this is called lapis lazuli. Do you know that? Sometimes in Minecraft, if you go underground, you can dig it up. It's like a blue sort of thing, you can dye wool with it. And this is a real life version of that. This is real lapis lazuli.
So it's an earth rock.
So it is an earth rock, yeah. Lapis lazuli is an earth rock. Find it deep underground.
We have.
It is. So these are all rocks from space. The only other one is just that one.
Let's try the magnet on that one.
Yeah, you can have a go. It's not very magnetic, that one, but it does just sort of ever so slightly special. So this was once at the middle of a much bigger rock, okay? As it fell through the atmosphere, this rock shattered apart, okay? Obliterated into lots of tiny little bits, which all burnt up, and we are just left with that, okay? It fell in Russia in about 1975.
That's the centre of the meteorite.
Yeah, that's quite cool. And as well as that,
Now we went to find out brother that mother make.
Velcro, memory foam, a cordless power tool, and these goalkeeper gloves have a special foam which keep hand temperature. So, 4 items belong on this side and 4 items on that side. Any more changes? No? You're going for those 4? Okay. I can tell you got 3 out of 4 correct, which isn't bad at all.
Now we went abroad with our uncle. We went other than that. There was lot to be and do. I have a good time at the Space Center.
You too. Thank you, Space Center.
Bye.